Hello and welcome to Andy's FPL Apprentice. On this video we're going to look at my watch list for Game Week 2 and for future game weeks. So first up we've got Kyle Walker. I saw Walker in quite a lot of drafts. I think he's up to about 10% ownership at the moment, but to be honest I never really considered him for my team for the same sort of reason that I don't like premium goalkeepers. He's not likely to get bonus points. He's not likely to get any attacking returns. The reason I'm looking at him is that, Man City was so impressive, I think, in the first game week. West Ham is probably their toughest fixture, I would say, out of the opening six. Potentially Newcastle away is up there as well. But they just shut West Ham out of the game. I think Walker's going to be starting every week, at least until the Champions League starts, and then you'll get a little bit more rotation. But honestly, I could see Man City getting, 4 or 5 clean sheets potentially out of the first sort of 6 game weeks. And I think at 5 million, Walker could potentially start them all, and that's just clean sheet points in the bag. So yeah, very much on the watch list. Second of all, I've gone for Aleksandar Mitrović. He's not high up the watch list, but was certainly impressive in his first game. I think this is where I take the FPL fixture difficulties with a little bit of a pinch of salt. Because if you look at those fixtures, I think Wolves away, based on the Wolves' defence of last season, that's not a green fixture for me. I'd say the same about the Brighton at home game, and to be honest, Brentford aren't the worst defence in the league either. The 2 tough fixtures that they've got there are Arsenal and Tottenham away. Having said that, he just scored 2 goals against Liverpool. I think that he's definitely somebody who is judged a little bit on what he did in the Premier League previously. He's kind of seen as somebody who dominates Championship defences and maybe can't do that in the Premiership. And I think there's a good chance we'll see a different Mitrović this year, and that he's grown as a player and that he could score 15 goals in the Premiership comfortably. So he's maybe slightly lower on the watch list for me. I think the fixtures, after the Tottenham game it might be Chelsea, and then the fixtures get a little bit easier. So I think certainly after the first wild card, if you're looking around sort of 8 to 10 game weeks, then Mitrović is really an option. But you could risk him now. He's just shown that he can bully, world class defenders. So if you're feeling riskier than I am, he's certainly one to look at. And then finally on the watch list, I've got Darwin Núñez. Again, somebody I wasn't really looking at from the start. I wasn't expecting him to start the first game week, which he didn't, but he made such an impact from the bench. I also saw a huge amount of positivity after the after the Community Shield about him, and I think some of it was overhyped. Certainly he came on and he caused a little bit of chaos, but he won the penalty actually with quite a poor header, and it was a free header as well. The only reason it was a penalty is because it was quite way off target. I don't know if my Man City bias is coming into this there, but I think he is someone in the short amount of game time that he's had at Liverpool. It looks like he causes a bit of chaos. I don't know whether he necessarily fits into the way that Liverpool play. I don't know that he's somebody who's going to be consistent for them, but I think he looks kind of explosive. And you look at the fixtures coming up: Crystal Palace at home, Man United away, Bournemouth at home, Newcastle at home, Everton away. They're pretty good fixtures. Again, the FPL site has the United one down in red, but I think Liverpool will be feeling pretty confident going into that one. So I think at 9 million he's definitely somebody to keep an eye on. And I think if Jesus blanks after this game week and Núñez does something, then I can see a lot of owners trying to free up the funds so they can swap straight onto Darwin. So that's it for my short watch list video for Game Week 2. If you've enjoyed it, then please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm also on Twitter, which you can see in the top left hand side of the screen, so give me a follow on there, and yeah, I'll see you on another video.